Jules, we not done because we have more quick
Yes.
hits. Arsenal are held to a 1-1 draw by Fulham. Jules, if I were unkind, thinking of Saliba's equalizer and the Saka disallowed goal, I would say something like, live by the tight offside, die by the tight offside.
Yeah, both were quite tight, although I think that Martinelli should stay on side, really. That's an easy one. He should have been a bit more focused because there's no him gaining any advantage to be where he is, really, and that's the mistake. For the Saliba one, it's just that Robinson forgot to push up and to play him offside. So he's there, even if he's tiny, it's still on. So Arsenal had enough chances to win this game. I think the 2 points dropped for them. But Fulham defended well. They're a really good team. And Jimenez took his chance really well. That's pretty much all they had at home, but still. And they worked hard for a really good point. And for Arsenal, I think they felt a bit disappointed, and rightly so.
I know everybody's going to give another big, wet, sloppy kiss to the set piece guy, Nicholas, whatever his name is.
Over, yeah.
Fair enough. But I think this to me reiterates that, like, if you can shut down the right side chain right now, you've got issues.
Yeah, absolutely. Real Madrid roll on to a 3-0 win away at Girona. Kylian Mbappe scores, and Carlo Ancelotti says they're back. Do you believe him, Gab?
Yeah, I don't quite know what he means. I mean, you lost the game before this one with individual mistakes. But it's nice to see Chouameni at center back. Let's see how this goes.
Might be the future, we said that.
At least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I thought it was really big. Kylian Mbappe played with such confidence. I know it's something to tell you when you're a little kid, you make a mistake. Every youth team coach says this, like, oh, look, shake it off and focus on the next one, right? But this is a real lesson in sports, possibly in life. Sure, you can learn from your mistake, but if you mustn't dwell on them. Mbappe, I thought he played with such confidence. I thought he scored a great goal. He wasn't outstanding. I still expect him to be a lot better than he is, but that was encouragage. And Luka Modric. He's quite a player. Surprised he played 90 minutes, though.
Outside of the boot.
I'm so looking forward to seeing Real Madrid in Bergamo in the Champions League. Yes,
enjoy that.
Tuesday night. Yeah. Crystal Palace hold Manchester City to a 2-2 draw, and Pep says he's proud of how his players came back twice, adding that Palace is a tough place to go.
Please, come on. I mean, this is Pep Guardiola and Manchester City.
We have some stats on how tough Selhurst Park is for visiting teams.
One win at home for Palace this season. That's how hard it is to get there. And I think there was something that Glasner said after the game that was very important here. He said that they've seen before that if you outrun City, they would struggle. And that's exactly what happened. And if you think about the recent games where City really struggled, like Bournemouth, for example, they're against those teams that run more than them, sprint more than them, play with more intensity than them. And then we go back to the point that we made the other day about the lack of intensity in the City team now, because they don't have the legs to do anymore. They don't have probably the players to do anymore, certainly in central areas, in midfield. Then you struggle. And that's why they struggle in this game. Yeah, they came back to us. Okay, good for you. You got a point. That's not enough. And that was not good enough overall. Again, they conceded early. I think they conceded 8 goals or 7 goals in the league this season already in the first 15 minutes of a game. What's going on? How come they're half asleep at the start of the game?
They've conceded 2 or more goals in 8 of the last 9 games. A reminder of Palace are 1 point above the relegation, or 1 spot above the relegation zone. Gundogan is a revolving door in the middle of the park. Walker, I think, clearly shouldn't be out there. But of course, the other idiot gets himself sent off needlessly, Rico Lewis. And what did you make of Pep's reaction when they ask him about it? And he just says, Rico.
But you know what I think was even more telling after the first goal, where clearly Kyle Walker is all over the place again, and you can see Pep going like, almost like if he knows already that Kyle Walker is going to be a disaster. Lazio win away to Napoli on Sunday night thanks to a leg. Gustav Isaksen's strike. Gab, it's as tight as it can be near the top of Serie A. Time to show some love to Lazio?
I think so, because I was so ready for them to implode. And maybe they still win. But the job that Marco Baroni has done, taking over this team, there's been so much turnover, so many guys leaving. He does the thing where he rotates a lot. He's almost like Inzaghi-esque in that way. They played this game without Rovella, who's their deep playmaker for them, so important. But Guendouzi came in, was outstanding in this game. Very good. Noslin as well, coming off the bench.
Scored a hat-trick in the Coppa d'Italia in midweek as well.
He did. Those were 2. That was against the Napoli B team.
Yeah.
And this brings me to Conte. You don't have European football. Now you don't have Coppa Italia because you lost in midweek. You played the B team against Lazio. You have no excuses for being outrun, outfought, out-hustled. And that's what happened.
Home as well.
I'm sorry?
They were at the.
They were at
Maradona
home. That's
Stadium.
right.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in this game. Lukaku clearly struggling right now. Kvaratskhelia looks exhausted. I'm like, you're Mr. Intensity. You don't have these excuses. You have a whole week to prepare.
That's very true.
And you come out with this. And I would have liked to see Napoli be more proactive because you're at home. I think the XG was like 0.7 or something. You have to tell people, you take the game to the opposition. You don't just keep it close and say, oh, well, we'll find a goal somewhere. That's not how you're going to win the title. Jules, the storms that hit the United Kingdom on Saturday meant the Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton was postponed. But that's okay, because in the meantime, according to the Daily Mail, Liverpool were busy. They now have formal contract offers on the table for all three: Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Well, we haven't had that confirmed, so we don't know if that's true or not.
Well, the Daily Mail says so.
Yeah, the Daily Mail says so. So
no, I'm pretty sure they all have.
That's
they
good.
all have offers on the table.
It's about time because Mo Salah, as recently as 2 weeks ago, said that there was nothing on the table. So it's good that now there is something on the table for all three of them to ponder. I guess some will take that offer, some will want a better offer. Some might say no. I don't know. I hope for Liverpool they all stay. We don't know the details yet and how much they're offering to each of them, but I think this is good. And obviously we have a thought for this young Australian Everton fan, I think called Mackenzie or something, who traveled all the way from Australia to come for this game. And he saw Everton win in midweek at Goodison, but he wanted to be there for the last ever derby at Goodison. And obviously the game was postponed. So I thought with him, and I'm really hoping that Everton as a club, and I'm sure they will, bring him back when the game is finally rescheduled and played.
I think Seamus Coleman sent them a little video message. So I'm sure that cheered him up.
Definitely.
My over-under on this, I think 2 of these 3 are staying, and it's not the English guy. That's my bold prediction.
Trent is leaving. That's what you're saying. Trent is
leaving. I generally don't know. If I had to guess, the vibe I get, I think Salah and Van Dijk are going to stay. I'm not sure about Trent.
Wow. Juventus get booed off the pitch, not for the first time, despite coming back from 2 goals down against Bologna and equalizing in injury time with Samuel Mbangula. Gab, are you getting off the Thiago Motta Express now?
I kind of am.
He was off to himself, very early in that game.
Well, yeah, he got himself sent off stupidly, which again is a worry because I like to, as a player, he was very good at getting other people sent off.
Yeah, sure.
That's mean, Thiago. No, I like what he's doing. I like the idea of what he's doing. The execution is terrible.
Yeah.
Enough talking about the injuries. All the injured guys, pretty much except for Bremer and Douglas Luiz, who's MIA, and Nico's never played for them. They're all back, right? You have your players now, and he's trying to do what he did at Bologna. It's great that he's pushing the kids. But they play at 2 miles an hour, and they're so conservative. And this is the garbage. When I have to be consistent. I criticize Max Allegri endlessly for playing like this, but Max Allegri had 9 more points in the table at the stage of the season than Motta does. Motta with less resources, whatever you want. He needs to do more coaching and get his players to execute better. They want to follow him, but right now, I don't know. I don't feel good about this. Atletico Madrid come from 3-1 down with half an hour to go to beat Sevilla 4-3. And it's your boy, Antoine Griezmann, once again stealing the show. 9 wins in a row for El Cholo Simeone.
Incredible.
And they have a game in hand. We have a 3-way legit race in La Liga right now.
Absolutely. And we said that already on Monday after the weekend because they have been great. They have been, of the 3, Atletico Madrid have been the best team. They've been the most consistent.
We never thought we would have said it because when they're bad, they're really bad.
Exactly, and they've been really bad at times. But on this stretch, I think that was maybe started by that incredible win in Paris at the Parc des Princes where they were battered from start to finish, and somehow Correa scored that winner in the last kick of the game, and that started this incredible run that they're on right now in all competitions. I think they are absolutely in the title race. We've got a 3-way title race, not just Barcelona running away with it, because I think Barca are going to get better. Real Madrid are going to get better, obviously, with Kylian. And I think Atletico are showing that, yes, they can also be at the same level. And for Griezmann, I mean, I've said it before, we need to enjoy those moments because this could be his last season in Europe for Atletico Madrid. And I think for that, let's enjoy the genius and the magic of the guy because he's very special.
And by the way, don't let the score fool you. Sevilla, I think 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Atleti were dominant.
Definitely. Early goals from Florian Wirtz and Jonathan Tah pushed Bayer Leverkusen to a 2-1 win over St. Pauli. Gab, how did they look?
They look bad. They look really bad when
were
you
not
play
great.
without a striker. Obviously, Schick and Boniface both out. Florian Wirtz is an absolute genius. Put them in the lead and then and again, it's the point you made about Tottenham earlier. You're 2-0 up. Manage the freaking
Absolutely,
game. St.
man.
Pauli. St.
It
Pauli,
was-
newly promoted St. Pauli. They're all over them. They're creating all these late chances. They pulled one back. They could have pulled another one back. This midfield with the three guys in there, none of them Andrich, thankfully, although he came on. It's just you're not managing a game like that.
terrible.
I know there was no Frimpong either, but this is not a good look right now.